Hello, it's Roger from Photoshop Island. I want to give you a quick little tour of the update to the postage-themed Photoshop brushes. And I think the best way to do that would be just to make a little project here and compare what is different, or I should say not so much what's different, but what's been added. There's been a bunch of new brushes added. So I'm going to make a new document here and just show a little demonstration. I'm going to do this is I'm going to make it kind of large so that you can see the resolution. I'm going to make it 5,000 by 5,000 pixels. And what I want to show is the difference between the old brushes that were in the original set and then the new ones that have been added to the original set. So I'm going to make some layers here to work with. So we have our background. Going to make a couple of new layers. We'll call this one original and call this one new, so you can see the difference. So let's start with the original layer. I'm going to go over to my brushes, and I've already got these samples loaded up to show you. I'm going to show you a cancellation, and you can see the names of brushes just by hovering over them. I'm going to pick this May cancellation and reset my colors here so that I have black selected. I'm going to maximize the size of this, and I'm just going to stamp down one time, just kind of in the middle here. Now this is the original. Let's zoom in really close. Get some good detail. This is pixel for pixel here at 100%. And you can see that there is some edge texture to the cancellation, especially on the outer edge, but not in the month here or in any of the text. There is some edge texture, but there's not any texture to the actual brush. And you could change the opacity of that to make it look a little less intense if you wanted to change the effect. Now, let's go back, zoom back out here a little bit. Let's look at the same brush that is part of the new set. And I'm picking May once again. I'm going to max out that size to 2,500 pixels. And I still have black selected, and I'm just going to stamp down. Now you can see at 100% we have lots of texture and detail that looks much more realistic, like an actual rubber stamp or postage cancellation machine would apply. Now what I've done to the original set is I've taken 68 of the brushes from the original set. I picked 68 because it seemed like the ones that would be most appropriate, and I've updated those to have this new texture. So the original brushes are still with the set, and then there's 68 new brushes with this new texture on them. And let's see how this plays out in a design. Let's say one of the other brushes that we have available, let's turn this layer off, and we'll make a new layer. And I want to make a little postage stamp envelope. Let's pick a purple color for our stamp. I'm going to pick this is a postage stamp from the collection as well. It's this Abraham Lincoln stamp. And I'm on a new layer, and I'm just going to stamp down one time. Great, got a great looking 4-cent postage stamp. Let's make another new layer. Now postage cancellations are black and orange and different colors. For this demonstration, I'm going to make one that's kind of an orange color, so we can kind of look at it. Maybe not too bright, a little orangish red. And I've got a new layer, and I'm going to go back and select that May cancellation that I had before. I've got this maxed out to 2,500. And I'm just going to stamp down. Now the stamp and the cancellation are quite in great proportion here, but we can correct that. I'm going to move the stamp over just a little bit, and here's our cancellation, and we'll just get these two in scale to each other. And you know, a postal machine never hits these things straight on, so maybe we'll rotate that just a little bit. And stamps are never straight on either, right? Don't put them on straight. So there we have a little bit of an effect. Now, what I do to make this very realistic is we can zoom in here. I'm going to zoom in all the way up to 100%, and you can see that texture. Now, it's a little softer now because I enlarged it, but great looking texture now. What I like to do is multiply so that my cancellation looks like it's really hovering over, or not hovering over, but really inked into the postage stamp or the paper. And you can see how it's going through there now. It looks real nice. You could adjust the opacity of that layer a little bit if you wanted to kind of play with that. Get you a little bit of a postage stamp look. And then the other thing, just this might be an old envelope, so maybe put a little yellow behind it, not too dark. Taking my background, and we'll just fill the background with that light yellow color. And we've got a quick postage stamp, old envelope. You could go in and add some textures and things to your envelope as well if you wanted more of an effect. But I hope that shows how much more detail there is in this new set of brushes. And I'll look forward to seeing you next time on Photoshop Island. Don't forget to check out the other products besides the postage stamp products that are at Photoshop Island. Lots of brushes and other layered products, all kinds of goodies over there. There's lots of free things over at Photoshop Island as well. So make your way over there, photoshopisland.com.